Hello folks, so me and Toto are out and about again. Say hello to Toto. We are going to do one of these trips where we just turn off the road, a turning we've never taken before, and see what we find. And because I filmed these backwards, you're going to be quite astonished by what I found. But before we go wandering off, just want to show you something. Uh, Hang in there. Now I've just come down that road. It's like a 4-lane either side, major road, Siem Reap. And in Siem Reap, Cambodia, they don't normally have a lot of roundabouts. But when they do, they make them so good. Like, just look at the centre of that. They really take time to make it look good and work properly. Anyway, let's carry on. Now, before we get off the beaten track, so to speak, I want to show you this. Now, this is the old airport here. The entrance buildings, all that kind of thing. Immigration just over here. And obviously not in use now. But this road that was obviously, I've come up to and from that roundabout to Siem Reap, is split into 3 sections, there, the middle, and over there. And the way it's being used now, as far as I can tell, basically if you want to bomb around, you get in the middle and you just give it some welly. But this side and that side, you can just cycle up and down or scooter up and down any direction your heart pleases, and because there's so few traffic, it just works. Honestly, the traffic in Siem Reap is brilliant. It just works. Anyway, we might get off the beaten track in a second, but I need some water. See you in the next bit. Just as a quick insert, when they decide to chop down trees around this place, they don't mess about. They just turn up and chop down the trees. Right, back with the trip. Now the road that I'm on, I've just come from down there. As you can see, there's not a lot on it. There's some houses behind me. The fields over there, nothing really, then some houses. The place, as you can see, it's just, there's not a lot going on, and it's the same both sides. Now the reason I wanted to show you this and particularly point this out, all right, it's a little busy, but there's nothing here. Now here's the reason I wanted to show you that, because out of nowhere, this appears. This is a place called Veal, and it literally appears out of nowhere. You can get everything from your motorbike repaired to back there was a shop selling frogs out of a big box in water. There's clothes shops, there's food shops as far as you can see, literally as far as you can see, both sides. And it just appears out of nowhere, and it's a bit of madness, but a bit of great madness, literally out of nowhere. So before we get into the last part of where am I today, well, let's get you out of the sun, come around here. Last part of where am I today. I cannot recommend Veal enough. From one end to the other, I was literally the only Wester. And you could see that the kids were looking at me like I'd grown 2 horns. Like, what the hell are you doing out here? The adults were like, who's this crazy foreigner who's out in the blistering heat, right this far out of town? What's he doing here? Very funny. But all with smiles. Anyway, if you're staying here in Siem Reap, Cambodia, holiday, retiring, long term, whatever it is, I recommend you come and see Veal. Even if it's just to walk up and down all the stalls and just enjoy the atmosphere. I mean, it was alive, and absolutely loved it. Anyway, on to the final bit of where are we today. Hello folks, so where are we today? Well, we are at an ancient Hindu temple, and apparently it was put up in the 10th century, so it might even be older than Angkor Wat, but I don't know, maybe that's a rumour, maybe it's not. And it's called Kom Chak or Kokchak Temple, uh, and it's sort of surrounded by the remains of a moat that side and that side, and then the two temples that it's made up of are just up there. So let's go have a look. Here they are in close up. Neither of them is very big. You still see the designs on there, and if we try and pan across slowly, the designs up on that one. There's still some writing, which is quite amazing when you think how old it is. Let's just have a peek inside this one and I'll show you. That's obviously some kind of offering table in there. And then if you look up on here, can you see what I mean? This writing that's still there. Quite fascinating, really, to think how old these places are. And yet, as Toto would tell you, these places you could ride past them, cycle past them, walk past them, and honestly, you'd have no idea that they were here if you didn't do a little bit of research, or you weren't like me and just bloody nosy. And finally, as you're leaving, don't forget to say goodbye to Daisy. She's quite friendly, I think. Well, it could be a he. Who knows? Or Daisy's friends over here. They'll always give you a smile. Woo!